Get it cracking, YouTube. What's good, world? It's your boy Mastermind Man, and this is another weekday drop. This is the March 2023 weekday drop. Listen, man, I know I'm a bit late. We are in the middle of March. March has been a little quiet for the gaming spectrum a little bit. I took a little week break off, man, almost 2 weeks or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Got some personal stuff going on, man, trying to stop the show and everything, man. But you know, the hate can't stop the love, baby. We still in here rocking. We here, we there, we everywhere. And we fighting on through it. So listen, man, I got a couple things that I'm gonna come into the show to kind of break down and talk about. This ain't gonna be a long show for real, cause I ain't even got my handy dandy board over here. My handy dandy magical board ain't even here. So I'm gonna be talking. Y'all see Sony on the shirt. I had to wear the Sony shirt again today, man, because listen, this VR is here, baby. But before we jump into the hype and all the passion of the show, how we normally do it, y'all be sure to follow your boy Master 23 Mind on Twitch, where I be going live playing some Call of Duty and some amazing God of War. But soon we'll be Resident Evil 4. We're gonna talk about it. Follow me on YouTube, Mastermind RGTV, and Real Gamer on all podcast platforms, baby, everywhere. Amazon too, baby. Let's jump right into it, man. So listen, let's talk about it. This VR. I personally haven't put my hands on the VR. I tried it out yet. But I've been seeing people playing it and the graphics look really good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. A bit more impressed now because when they showed it during the PlayStation showcase and you know before it came out, it was like cool. You know, the first time I seen it, the previews was like, okay, cool. Can't wait to see more of it. Seeing it again was like, I don't know. It still may have its issues. Man, that PlayStation VR 2 is crazy. It's crazy because, like, I seen the controllers. For those that don't know, man, follow me on YouTube. I like to talk with my hands a lot, so I'm talking with my hands right now. And the way the PlayStation VR 2 controller is, how you put it in your hands, is really like very unique and different. Um, I'm saying these things because even without trying it, I can still kind of visualize it because I test out other VR headsets or whatnot. I'm a VR. They call me a VR specialist. I'm just a gaming specialist, man. But I test out other VR headsets um, offline, and you know what I'm saying, the comfortability or whatnot. I'm hearing that the comfortability in the PlayStation VR 2 is there. The headsets, you know what I'm saying, the little headset that fall from it, you know what I'm saying, good sound in it. And especially let's tie down sound. Let's talk about sound for a little bit. The PlayStation, these new PlayStation and Sony earbuds, they got 3D sound in them. We talked about these 3D earbuds on the last podcast episode. Be sure to check out the February the love of PlayStation episode. That was an amazing episode. And we talked about the headset, these little wireless Bluetooth headsets that PlayStation got dropping, and you can use them with your PS5. And they have the 3D immersed audio sound built into the headset. Freaking amazing. You hook those up to the VR2, you'll probably be in for a good time. And the reason I say that and suggest that, it's the reason because VR2 is very immersive. I was watching the homie, shout out to the homie Hip Hop Gamer, man. I was watching him play the Horizon was, it's not Zero Dawn, but it's like a spin-off of like Zero Dawn or whatever. Playing it in VR, yo, the graphics still look really good. The water effects, I know I'd be paying attention to the water in the game. Water effects still look pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? And the motion, like as like it tracks. Shout out to the homie Lemon. I seen Lemon when he did the open box of one, and seeing how it tracks the room and things around you, and you can still see within the headset. Like, yo, it's freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy. Meta came out and dropped the price on their VR headset. You had to. The Meta for those that not familiar with Meta, as Facebook. Um, the Meta headset I think was like 1,500, something like that. They dropped the price on that joint. So if you're trying to get you the new Meta headset, they're a little bit. They dropped the prices on them a little bit. I think to they say to compete with others. I honestly think to compete with PlayStation VR 2. You know what I'm saying? Not this is not just carving the lane for VR gaming, but also carving the lane into the metaverse also. And seeing that Web3 essentially will play a part coming soon to like we was talking about on the previous episode with the brother hip hop gamer. We was talking about how the foundation of blockchain technology will have to be built from the ground up with the consoles, and see that PlayStation may have already have different blockchain technology patents out there, and seeing how the integration with Discord, seeing how the integration with AI is gonna get better. Just all these things tacked on. Yo, I can see the entire PlayStation ecosystem really taking it to that next step within the immersion of PlayStation 6. We're gonna come back to that topic. I got my magical board over there in the corner written down. I was reading an article about Sony had revealed some information about the PlayStation 6 or whatever. We're gonna come back and talk about that. We're gonna dive deep. I know I said this. I like when I go back to the old spin of the shows to where I I get to talking into something, and then the freak style, and like y'all get rap shows in here, man. I freestyle with my music or whatnot. So the how I come in here and just kind of freestyle the shows, and give you some really hype details on it. But we're gonna come back to the information about the PlayStation 6. But I can see the next generation, or within the middle of PlayStation lifespan, really taking that shift to the next gaming experience on an immersive level and on a technology level of those things I just described previously before. Um, Going back to the speaking about the VR too, like I said, good tracking of the area. It tracks your eyes. Like the homie was looking around and it was tracking his eyes everywhere. And I think one of the homies was like, "Yo, if you blink or something, one of the games, if you blink, the thing get closer, so you have to try not to blink or something." It was weird, but it's pretty freaking unique with the technology of how the eye tracking technology or whatnot. So that was one of the things. It's like, okay, now we talking PlayStation. I just really wish the headset was VR and AR, kind of a two in one, and not just a VR. Because this is the situation. Is VR, and this is a question for the future audience also. How do you feel about VR? And I gotta get two of the homies in here on the show too. How do you feel about VR? And are you looking? Do you look for VR to be a more casual type game, or I can really dive heavy into some VR? Like a lot of people not really playing VR like they would play some Call of Duty or any other game, grinding in. A lot of people not really grinding in on a VR, but VR is now getting to a point to where the headsets are comfortable. Your head's not hurting when you're in these digital worlds or whatnot. You're not feeling seasick a lot anymore. I think these headset technology is getting better and better. With the last place with the PS4 VR, VR1, one of the problems back then when I was playing with that one, that headset, I didn't have so much of a motion sickness like with other VR headsets previously before. So now seeing that this new technology is here, yo, PlayStation VR 1 was pretty awesome with the less head motion or whatnot. This one is going to be even better. You know what I'm saying? You can't count it out. So, and I hear that, the numbers may not be so well, but the technology behind the headset is something definitely to keep your eyes on. So the big question to the audience is, do you see VR as a casual type immersive experience, or now the technology of VR is here, they don't hurt my head or anything, let's just grind into some VR world? Are you a grinder or a casual VR player? Me personally, more of a casual. I can't grind in VR too long. But it's pretty cool though. But the technology is amazing. Moving on, talking about this PlayStation 6 rumors. So I'm excited about it because I've already predicted a lot of this stuff, man. I already know it's gonna happen. I know we're gonna get a PlayStation 6, 7, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And just a visualization of how the technology is gonna be. I already know it's gonna be crazy. So, um, the thing is, I'm trying to see the dates I got on that. They're saying around 2026 and 2027. So we're not necessarily really dealing with a chip shortage anymore. We're still dealing with more of like economic crisis with wars and situation with distribution of chips with China and things of that matter. So it's a lot of global things that's still at play that can play a big role into a release of a new console. So if you're looking around 26, 27, that's that's about right. And remember, previous podcasts is I came here several times and talked about the lifespan of these consoles. I got dry throat, y'all. I'm sorry. The lifespan of these consoles. And if you go back looking at the lifespan of PS3, lifespan of PS4 I think was what, 6 years, 6, 7 years. I mean, still, she still can buy you a PS4. But like the full lifespan of it, I think 6, 7 years. Switch coming up on what, 6, 7 years now. So, and PS4 Pro third, maybe third. It came out third year of the PS4. I say all that to say we possibly, because they're saying that PS5 lifespan may be cut shorter than usually normally before because of technology moves so fast. So if you're looking at the span around 26, 27, I told y'all before, these the technology you want to be looking for in these consoles is blockchain technology. Will they have some type of patent or some type of this technology running built up from the ground up on this console? That's an opportunity right now for Nintendo to hop on it. Rumors that we was also something leaked out. They was talking about we may be actually getting a new Nintendo console, like a Switch Pro or something, Pro 2 or something, like maybe in this year or beginning next year, possibly. That will explain the price hike on Legend of Zelda. Now they're saying it's a very immersive game. Every Legend of Zelda game is immersed, bro. Don't give me that bull. Give us a new console because we need it, and we need it. Like Metroid remastered looks amazing. Looks freaking amazing. I'm very impressed with what they was able to pull off with that game and the age and the tech that's in the Nintendo Switch. I'm very impressed with what they did with Metroid. So, you know, do I still think we need a new console? Yes. Because when this new Legend of Zelda drop, if y'all have any crazy bugs to where how Pokemon had issues, Nintendo finna catch a lot of heat, people. I'm talking about a lot of heat. You screwed up Pokemon when it dropped. Now y'all talking about screwing up one of the best Nintendo games ever. Everyone's favorite is Legend of Zelda. Your top two Nintendo go-to characters is Mario and Legend of Zelda. Of course there's others, but I just think top of my head, you shooting float. You mention PlayStation, you're gonna mention God of War, Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? People gonna automatically mention these people. So Nintendo, oh, that's easy, bro. This is Legend of Zelda, Mario. And if they screw this up, man, you shooting yourself in the foot, Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? But will we see a PS6 round 26, 27? Possibly. And should we get one? Possibly. Because the way technology is moving, if these particular new technologies is not integrated in the current generation of systems that's out now, then these current generations of systems will get left behind because new technology is going to outgrow it. So possibly we could definitely I can definitely see a PS5 Pro maybe mid next year. I wouldn't be shocked if they come out the end of this year and be like, hey, there's a PS5 Pro. We can improve the graphics or whatever. Maybe something small, but I guarantee you it's probably something major on the hardware end that's going to help it out for future development of technology. I honestly think if they give us a Pro, they need to give us a Pro. Like, give us a clocked out graphics card speed in it. Include the new AMD chip. You know what I'm saying? Like give us a pro high quality gaming. Make people remind people why they should buy a console. I think in the gaming industry they need to get more. Just get back to being bold, and being reminding us gamers why we want to purchase a console over a PC. And I think when console come packing punches like that, you know what I'm saying, giving us an overclock graphics card, you can customize, you can do this, a little bit more customization. That's another key factor too, now that I'm on this topic. That's a heavy key factor. Let's dive into it. Customization of your console. I think if we was to get a PS5 Pro, if PlayStation, if PS5, we get a PS5 Pro and they talk about beefing up the GPU, the CPU, and customizing, like really going into your settings, being able to like really play with your PlayStation 5 like as if it was a PC. Now we talking about not just your traditional, oh, you get another Pro this year. No, be bold. Give us something new, and not just your roll out traditional PS5 Pro. We want something bold and something new. Come with the heat. Xbox already trying to put you out the window saying no more consoles with Xbox Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Come bold and go hard with it, man. So, do I think it's too early for a PS6? It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say because we haven't even seen the full potential of the PS5 yet. You know what I'm saying? And with these new updates with the, like, for example, the Discord integration, amazing. And now Discord is talking about integrating ChatGPT into its technology. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty pumped for it. So to see them roll out with these new developers with new updates, we haven't even seen the full potential of the PS5 yet, even on the software side and hardware side. So it's kind of too early to tell on that matter. I can't speak about that in a future show. I'll dive deeper into that. But I got to speak about this Resident Evil, y'all. And then I'm going to get on out of here because I'm already over my limit. I said I'm going to be here about 15 minutes, man. I keep on going because I love it, man. So I played the Resident Evil 4 demo. And oh, boy. So these are my thoughts for right now. I'm liking the way it feel, y'all. I'm liking the way I like the way it plays. Much better than the classic Resident Evil 4. This feel more loose, relaxed. It plays like a next generation of Resident Evil. Brings back memories with the third person point of view and not this whole VR first person point of view, how they did with Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 8. I skipped on those. Those Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village. I skipped on those two because the whole first person situation. But now they're bringing a third person to these Resident Evils. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? I've blashed about this in previous episodes before, so I'm not gonna rehash it. But to see Resident Evil 4 get back to keep its roots, but also integrate some new things in the game, amazing. The whole knife situation. That felt a little bit more refreshing. You know what I'm saying? The graphics is beautiful, pretty freaking impressive, and it's just a demo. I can't wait to get my hands on a real game. There is a couple parts I'm remembering as I was playing. I was like, bro, I do not want to replay some of these parts in this game. And there's a couple of fillers in the game to where it's like, oh, I don't really want to do this. I don't really feel like playing this or searching for something or doing a puzzle. There was a couple boring moments in the game, in the old game. So I'm hoping that, they're probably going to still be in the new game, of course, but I'm hoping that through these little fillers that we seen in the old game, in the new game, they put something new there to kind of make it refreshing it a little bit. And playing the demo, where they started me off, this was the chainsaw demo, and where they started me off, I was like, okay, wait a minute, this is something new. And then as I started to keep going, oh, now the village come up. That's something new they added on. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting to see. Um, I'm a little bit worried because I'm talking about when I was playing, it was back on GameCube. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little bit better in games, I think, back then on certain games. Really, really was. But seeing Resident Evil 4 now, it's like, yo, these zombies are much more smarter. The controls do feel refreshed, but at the same time, it's a learning curve. Just like God of War, the God of War Ragnarok. Yo, bro, that game is challenging, and it's a learning curve because you can't just play the same play style through the entire game, in a sense. And I feel like Resident Evil 4 remake is gonna have that to where you're not gonna probably be able to play the same play style throughout the game, which is not necessarily a good or a bad thing, but it's one of my little pet peeves or whatnot. But I'm excited for it, man. The graphics, I just love looking at the graphics of a game, especially when it's some of my favorite games that's remastered. The graphics back in the day was like, oh, we was going crazy of them. Oh, they're amazing. But them graphics is boo-boo. They trash. Now seeing the remake of these graphics, it's like, this is how Resident Evil 4 should have been looking. Now we can, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for it, man. And y'all don't know, man, that's one of my favorite franchise games is the Resident Evil. I've played all of the Resident Evils, beat 0, 1. I had 0 on GameCube, baby. I still got the strategy guide to that joint. They don't even drop strategy guides no more. I beat 0, struggled with 1. I'm not even gonna lie, but I did beat it. 1, 2, the remake, 2, 3, 4, old 4. We're gonna add new 4 to the list. 5 was one of my favorites also. I really hope they remake 5. Now we got 4 remakes, so I'm pumped, man. I can't wait to get my hands and play some of this Resident Evil 4 remake. That's really all I got for y'all on the show, man. Like I said, I got a lot going on here, man, but the show must go on, baby. We're gonna keep on rocking. I got some of the homies I'm gonna slide in, man. February, let's just talk about the month of February real fast before we get out of here. February was a blazing month for the podcast. I want to give a shout out to everybody, man. Homie Hip Hop Gamer, you dig what I'm saying? Prodigy Home Team in the building. Everybody, man. Ace Esports Games, they came through and stopped by. We got to get a couple more of those guys. They got some exciting news. Yeah, just follow us on Twitter, man. We be doing the thing on Twitter. They got some exciting news, and I got to get them back on the show to kind of talk to some of these players about some of these amazing things we're doing in the Web3 space and in the esports space or whatnot. So I got to get the homie Top Flow. A couple homies from Top Flow, they're gonna be coming on the show. We're gonna be talking about esports. We're gonna be talking about esports. I got a couple esports questions I want to ask them because after talking with Ace Gamers, I'm looking to pair some of these guys up, and we start some shows and get some tournaments going. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get the homie Top. Y'all gonna see Top Flow. Some of the homies from Top Flow come on the show. Hopefully this month, probably next 2 episodes. I still got to get one of the homies. We're gonna talk about VR on the show. Shout out to the homie JT. Gotta get him on the show. We're gonna talk about some VR stuff. I really hope he got his hands on the PlayStation VR too. We can really have a conversation then. Yeah, we're gonna be a little busy, but not as busy as we was in February. We had a crazy month in February. February was one of my best months of podcast history, y'all, because we got the homie Hip Hop on the show, man, and that was talk about manifestation at its best, yo. That supposed to been happen, but at the same time, it was something that we just kind of, you know what I'm saying, manifested right then and there, and it was like, yo, it's done. It's already been done. I just had to confirm that it was done. So I appreciate the brother, man, for coming on and and dropping some gems with me, man, and really talking and passion about and expressing about gaming or whatnot. We had a good time in February, man. We're looking to repeat that probably in April. This month was a little rocky for me, you know what I'm saying? But we had to take a little break off, man, from 14th to the 14th. You know what I'm saying? We here, baby. For the love of gaming. Last episode of the podcast was for the love of PlayStation. Y'all got it. We out of here, man. Be sure to follow your boy Master23Mind on Twitch, Mastermind RGTV on YouTube. We here, we there, we everywhere, y'all. Love is love, y'all. Game on. YouTube. Let's get it.